The cafe serving drinks with 25 teaspoons of sugar per cup. Action on Sugar Group's research shows chains such as Starbucks and Costa selling flavored hot chocolates and chai drinks with huge amount of sugar. Millions of Britons are putting their health at risk by ordering hot chocolate and other trendy chai drinks that contain staggering amounts of sugar, up to 25 teaspoons in just one serving. Action on Sugar found that 98% of the 131 hot flavored drinks found in the big high street chains would carry a red warning for excessive levels of sugar if the coffee shops were forced to label them. The campaign group named Starbucks hot mulled fruit, grape with chai, orange, and cinnamon venti as the worst offender. At 25 teaspoons of sugar, it contains more than 3 times the recommended maximum adult daily intake. Costa's largest chai latte was found to contain 20 teaspoons of sugar, while an extra-large signature hot chocolate from Starbucks contained 15 teaspoons, double the daily adult maximum. More than one-third of the drinks tasted were found to contain the same or higher levels of sugar as a can of Coca-Cola. The high street chains have increasingly offered chai, chocolate, and other hot drinks to attract non-coffee drinkers. They also offer high sugar syrups to add extra flavor. It is thought up to 20% of the population visit a coffee shop on a daily basis, but many will be unaware how much hidden sugar they are consuming in flavored drinks. Action on Sugar has called on the office chains to stop selling the extra-large cups of sugar-laden hot drinks. It singled out Starbucks for criticism because it said its serving sizes were much larger than those offered by its competitors. Starbucks told The Guardian it was committed to reducing added sugar in its indulgent drinks by 25% by the end of 2020, and that all nutritional information is available in store and online. Costa said it had already taken significant steps to reduce the sugar content of its ranges, and that in April it would be setting salt and sugar reduction targets for 2020. Carter Hashem, registered nutritionist and researcher for Action on Sugar, said these hot flavored drinks had to come on occasional treat rather than an everyday purchase. They are laden with an unbelievable amount of sugar and calories and are often accompanied by a high sugar and fat snack. It's not surprising that they have the highest rate of obesity in Europe. Our advice to consumers is to have a plain hot drink or ask for your drink to contain a minimal amount of syrup, preferably sugar-free, in the smallest size available. Graham McGregor, professor of cardiovascular medicine at Queen Mary University of London, described the finding of further evidence of the scandalous amount of sugar added to our food and drink. He called on the Prime Minister, David Cameron, to urgently establish the independent agency for nutrition that is not controlled by the food industry. In 2012, the food industry agreed a series of voluntary pledges with the Department of Health in which it committed to ensure that Britons consumed 5 billion less calories a day. However, the responsibility deal, as it is termed, has been criticized as failing to deliver any real impact. Action on Sugar has called for a 50% reduction in sugar and a 20% reduction in fat in unhealthy drinks and foods within 5 years, and a ban on all forms of advertising of unhealthy food and drinks to children and adolescents. In November, a hard-hitting report from MPs said a 20% sugar levy was an essential part of a national strategy to tackle child obesity.